Hello and welcome to another segment of Crafternoon Tea. This week our craft is going to be a dream catcher. The instructions that I gave you are slightly different than what we're actually going to do, but I really liked these instructions. So if you wanted to make another one, this is a great one to follow, but we're only going to slightly follow them. Mostly just for the looping that they described. That's the best part of it. So if you wanted to start at this number 5 and then follow it through the second page and right into the last page for just the looping instructions. Okay, so to start you're going to need to cut 3 about 15-inch pieces of the hemp cord so that we can tie our feathers. We're not going to use the felt. I like doing the twisted feathers. So we're actually going to have 3 instead of 1. So go ahead and cut those off your piece. You should have about 20 feet of hemp roughly. Also, it's kind of easier to take a rubber band and make it a tight little thing to slip through each of the loops. So if you have a rubber band, unfortunately I forgot to do that for you guys. And then we will get started like this. You take your hoop, your metal hoop, you're going to want to make a loop at the top about like that. So we're going to tie this just in a normal knot over the metal, like so. Okay? And then to start looping, it is very simple. Come from behind and send it through, and it'll just loop just like that. You can make it a little tighter. You can make it as tight or as loose as you want, but do remember that your loops will get smaller as you go in, so you kind of want to start with bigger loops in the beginning. And then once again from behind and over, makes another loop. And you're just going to do this all around. The next thing we're going to do is tie our feathers to the string. You want to put your feathers together. You should have 6 feathers. We're going to make 3 ties. I've already done 2 to show you. Take about 1 inch of string and lay it down atop the feathers. And you're going to want to make a little loop at the very top of the feathers tips, like that. Okay, then come back down and start wrapping very tightly the string around the feathers. Take it all the way up to the very tip of the feathers until you've covered them. But you still need to have that little loop at the top. Then take the end of your string and send it into that loop while holding your feathers really tight. Pull it tightly. It's going to pull a strand or 2 up, but it'll end up giving you a good little knot. Just like that. Then you're going to find the top of your dream catcher, and then at the bottom tie your 3 feather strands. And there you have a dream catcher. You hang it over your bed to catch all the bad dreams. You can trim off the excess if you want to. Some people decorate them with shells or beads. So if you wanted to make another using the same pattern, you could weave a bead into the strands here or there, or a tiny shell, or even put a strand of beads beside your feathers. I've actually collected quite a few dream catchers, and from all over the place, and all made differently. They're all very pretty. I've made a couple myself using seashells. Made one for my mom. Turned out really great. You can add a lot of different things to this. The main part of this craft was to learn how to do the dream catcher weave, and the instructions I gave you, like I said, if you couldn't see this that well, the instructions are the clearest and the best that I have ever come across. So I hope you enjoyed your craft.